Tell me what kind of experience.
Okay. Last night after we got done with everything, I had gone up to my room getting ready to go to bed and everything, and I was getting tap, right? So I sat up in bed and I'm like, all right, no, this is too much. And it was in room 3202 that I'm staying in. So I sat up and it says, is there any spirit in here? Once for yes, twice for no, and I went, tap. And this went on for like 15 minutes. I kept going back and forth. And what I ended up finding out from this little tapping session that was going back and forth, that there were at least 2 employees that supposedly had passed away here at the hotel. They were black people, and they were very familiar with it. And they stay here earthbound in this area just to keep an eye on the hotel. So I thought that was pretty incredible because it went on for like 15 minutes with me communicating back and forth with them. I was asking them, did you work here? Once for yes, got the tap. And then I went back and forth. I said, were you servants? I got a tap for yes. And I said, did you work in the early years or the later years? And I got tap for no. And then I went earlier years and they went tap. So I found it very interesting. And the key thing, too, I found interesting, too, is I went back and forth doing this, and I said, did you ever work with any of the stuff downstairs where the railroad tracks were? And it went tap, 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 tap. It went right off the Richter scale. So, and I can't tell exactly where it came from in the room, but it was at the foot of the bed, and I couldn't tell if it was where the TV was or the side by the wall, because I didn't want to get up out of bed. Yeah, and break it. So I just kept going back and forth, but I found out that it was 2 people that worked there at the hotel, and they were black people.
That's right back to the Fox system.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it was so cool. And I'm sitting there in bed, and I just popped up, and I went, and nobody's around.
And no recorder.
No recorder, no nothing. But
That's a
so
great
you might find out there might be something with that particular room, or maybe some. Yeah, I would ask them, see if there's anything else with that room.
That's really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Hey,